Okay, listen. This video is almost 48 hours late, but I have a valid reason. Welcome back to Nets Republic. There is a valid reason for this video being so late. I don't even think I'm gonna put like Utah in the title of the video because it's so late. This is more of a think piece than a review of the game. If you're watching this, it's probably Tuesday at this point. So it's been 2 days. But let me tell you my reasonable excuse. This is my reasonable excuse for being 48 hours late to posting this video. It was WrestleMania. Okay? All right, and we all know where my loyalties lie outside of this channel. We all know who the kid is. We all know where I came from, okay? I got things to do. And when WrestleMania's on, I'm gonna keep it a bean. In years past, snooze fest, I'm not even paying attention. But with this Roman Reigns thing, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. The kid was not coming home from work watching a game where we won by a point to the Jazz. It just wasn't going to happen. I had to see. I had to see what happened to Asuka. I had to see what happened. And if you, for some reason, have been living under a rock and you don't know what happened, I'm going to spoil it all. If you're here for Nets content, I'll get to it in a second. Let me just tell you what happened, okay? Roman Reigns won. Cody Rhodes lost. I was a happy man. Then Monday Night Raw comes along, right? I watch the game. I fall asleep after the game because I had to charge the camera, right? So I'm like, okay, let me take a quick nap. When I woke up from my nap, I checked my phone and I saw that they put up the highlights of what happened at Raw. And the Raw after Mania is like, you just can't miss it. Again, I don't really watch it. I only watch the pay-per-views, but that's not here or there, right? So I'm watching the highlights. The homie Brock Lesnar comes back and beats up Cody Rhodes, right? So come on. I got to see the hype on that. So that is why this video is so late, because I had to see what happened to Roman Reigns. That is my guy. That is my guy. And for some people who are looking at your phone or your tablet or your TV or whatever you're watching me on, saying, oh, you still watch wrestling? It's not like it used to be in the good old days with Stone Cold and blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you something that's better. Take it from one lifelong fan to another. It's better than it was back in the day. And I'm talking about, I grew up in the time period where Triple H broke into Randy Orton's house with a sledgehammer and beat him up in front of his wife. I was there for all of it. My favorite wrestler is Jeff Hardy. Second wrestler, CM Punk. Like, I done seen it all. And I'm telling you what they're doing now is better than what they've ever been doing. This Roman Reigns stuff is gold. So that is why this video is 48 hours late, because I was not going to miss that. After the Royal Rumble, I said, I am not missing this. No. Now, it's not going to matter because the Nets might not make it that far in the playoffs, so we might not have to do this again until October, but that's not here to that. I just want to tell you why the video was late. So now that I have gone on a tangent that has nothing to do with basketball, let's get to actual basketball. I can see the comments now. Get to the point. I didn't read the comments from last video, so we don't have a segment with Sever, unfortunately, or a mail time with Sever, unfortunately, because I have not read any of the comments from last video. But I'm sure you left some beautiful comments, but we will do it in the next video tonight, because it's Tuesday when you're watching this. So we will do that in the video tonight when we play the Timberwolves or whatever. I'll take the comments from this one and we'll put it up and then we'll talk about it. Today, what I want to do is I want to have a conversation about Spencer Dinwiddie. Hold on, I think there's a spider on my wall. Is that a spider? Yes, it is. I'll kill that in a second. Anyway, I want to have a conversation about Spencer Dinwiddie for a quick second. And I just made a joke about us not getting that far in the postseason and such, but I've got a little bit of an update to that story. Now, our last game on Sunday, before Mania, was against the Utah Jazz. Now, regardless how it happened, a dub is a dub. Regardless of the fact that it should not have been that difficult to beat them, a dub is a dub. Regardless of the fact that this is one of the biggest elements of Russell Crowe I've seen this whole season. I mean, you barely get past a team that doesn't have, what's homie's name, Colin Sexton, and fun fact, Almost sold him a dog last summer. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me the context. I almost sold Colin Sexton and his sister a dog last summer. I don't know why he didn't pull the trigger on it. You know, we were almost at the contract part. Almost sold him a dog. He's a lot taller in person. And I know I'm short, but wow. Them NBA players are really tall, but that's not here nor there. Not here nor there. Colin Sexton wasn't playing. And I believe Clarkston wasn't playing. I think that was the other person. The only real, dude they had out there was Lauri Markkanen, if you consider him one of the dudes. I mean, I know he was an all-star, and he had a tremendous start to the season, but, that kind of fell off a little bit. But, outside of that, there was really no one out there. It was a bunch of nobodies. Really, it was a bunch of nobodies, which is why I have to say this is one of the biggest examples. And we got to do it one time, just for old time's sake, oh, wow, you beat the Utah Jazz without Colin Sexton and Clarkston. Oh, my God, it's Russell Crowe. 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 Wow, good job, fellas. But in this context, a Waka Flocka Flame round of applause is necessary. Shout out to Flocka. But that is necessary in this particular instance. Because we are trying to win every single game throughout the rest of the season. I believe there are 3 games left now. Pretty sure it's just 3. We play the Timberwolves. Let me check the schedule. Timberwolves, 76ers, and someone else. I think the Pistons, Again, there is absolutely no reason why we shouldn't win every last one of them. We've already beaten the Timberwolves before, and it was recently. So we can do it. I'm trying to think. Was Karl Anthony Towns playing in that game? I can't remember. I get the teams jumbled up, like who the Hawks play and who the Nets play. It gets jumbled up in my mind a little bit. I don't think Karl Anthony Towns was there. He might have been. I can't remember, but we'll beat them regardless. Okay, there's 4 games, excuse me. There's the Timberwolves later today. There's the Pistons Wednesday. And then on Friday, there is the Magic and then the Sixers. We should beat the Timberwolves. We should beat the Pistons, even though it's a back-to-back. Shouldn't matter. We should beat the Magic. Come on, y'all. Get it together. We're not going to have a repeat of last time. We can beat the Magic. And then the Sixers, not only is that going to be a playoff preview, but there is no way that they are going to play Harden and Joel Embiid in that game. Not the last game of the season. This is literally the last week of the season right here. And that Sunday game is on Easter. So this is the last week. I don't see us losing these games. I don't think that's going to happen. The only way that we'll be in any form of a No, I can't even foresee a circumstance where we would be doing load management. Because even if we clinch a playoff spot, if we lose every other game after we do that, we might be in danger of sliding into the play-in. So we want to stay at that 6. So I can't see them doing any load management. Also, you got Mikal Bridges, who's doing the whole Iron Man thing, and not Tony Stark. I mean, Iron Man is in he's trying to be available for every game, right? Which is something Nets fans, I'm sure, we are not used to, having a star that is available for every game and actually wants to play every game. That's not something we're used to over here in Brooklyn, but that's not even there. But I can't see them trying to do any load management. Now, maybe it'll be a situation of he starts a game, plays the first maybe 2 quarters, then sits the second half. Maybe they'll do something like that, but I can't see us trying to take the easy way out or trying to load manage, especially when we need as much chemistry as possible going into the postseason. I believe everyone's going to play every game going forward, barring some major injury or something like that. But I think they're going to actively try to continue this push and win as many games as possible to get as much chemistry together as possible. That's what I think anyway. We got 4 more games over the next couple days, and then the season's over. I can't believe we're already here. But back to Spencer Dinwiddie. We know Mikal is the real deal. Whether I like him or not, he's the real deal, right? We know Claxton is for realsies. This is not a fluke. It's not a couple game stretch. We've seen for an entire season, Claxton has made that jump. He is that guy. We know Cam Thomas is on the bench just collecting dust. So if we need to crack the glass and need some emergency scoring in the postseason, Cam is right there. We know Cam Johnson is trying to do his Thomas the Tank Engine impression and be a useful engine as of late. So him and Mikal are building that chemistry and playing well together as of recent. Finney Smith is kind of consistently hitting threes, so we'll take that, I guess. And by consistently, I mean more than what he normally does. And he's playing great defense, so yay. But the person who I think is secretly holding all this together, especially when your backup point guard 9 out of 10 of the time is Seth Curry instead of Sumner, I think the person holding a lot of this together is Spencer Dinwiddie. Now, last game, I think he had 12 assists. I might be off on that, but I think it was like 12 assists or something like that. And it's not the first time he's had major numbers like that since he's returned. I think he's holding this together. Now, he might not be doing it offensively like he was doing in the beginning. Because in the beginning, Mikal and them were like still trying to figure out like where they fit and what they do and the offense and all that type of stuff. And Spencer was carrying. But now that Mikal has kind of settled into this star role and everyone else is kind of falling in line behind him offensively, have y'all really been watching Spencer Dinwiddie like that? I know he's not producing scoring-wise how we would like, but just running the team, have y'all been watching him the last couple games? I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to jump to conclusions, and I feel like I needed to have some type of financial evidence to bring to y'all before I start cascading a new theory. We have needed 2 things to get back to where I believe we needed to be. We needed a center, right? Because with DeAndre Jordan being gone, we didn't really have anyone in that center role. We had Blake Griffin starting at center at one point through an entire playoff run. I don't know if y'all remember that, but we had Blake Griffin starting at the 5. With nothing against Blake. Y'all know I love Blake Griffin, but it's just we never really replaced Jared Allen like that. We had LaMarcus Aldridge, but he retired 2 weeks into him signing with us in free agency after the buyout market thing, right? Then he came back and then barely played. Then we had Drummond for the second half of last season. I thought he was doing a good job, but we didn't keep him. We've needed a center. But Claxton has filled that role. Day'Ron Sharpe is doing a much better job. We still got that really tall Moses dude. Maybe they'll sign him to a playoff 10-day. I don't know how that works, but the center position seems to be fine. It could be better, but seems to be fine. But the other thing we've needed, specifically since Harden left, is a point guard. I assumed Ben Simmons was going to fill that role, but for some reason we came to the conclusion that he was Draymond Green and we wanted him to play at the 4. I never understood that, but we never even got to see how that would work out because, Ben Simmons doesn't play. Harden did so much more than score points, allegedly. He really ran the team. And in a time where Steve Nash was our coach and we weren't running plays, we really needed someone out there. How did the spider get from there to here? What is going... Give me a second. You bum! I he's on the shoot! I killed him. Okay. Sorry about that. I don't know how. Oh no, there's two of them. That's why. He's chilling there watching. That one just appeared. My bad. What was I talking? I got really distracted. What was I just talking about? Hold on. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. Okay? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay though. It's okay though. It's okay though. All right? No. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay? Okay. This has been a very disorganized video. If this is your first time on Nets Republic, I promise you it is not this all over the place. And a lesser YouTuber would just start the video over, but I'm not doing it. I'm like 15 minutes in. We ain't gonna redo this. I'm gonna keep going. What was I talking about? Harden, what he contributed. It was more than just the points, allegedly. He was running the team. And in a time period where Steve Nash was our coach, and he wasn't drawing plays, we needed someone out there who was going to run the team. Thought Ben Simmons was going to handle that. Ben Simmons don't play. We needed someone to run the team. I don't believe scoring has been an issue with anything we've been doing for a long time here in Brooklyn. What we really needed is someone to run the team. Someone who could care less about how much they score, but has the ability to score if need be. And that's what Spencer Dinwiddie's doing. Much like how the Ben Simmons stands will sit there and say, oh, the things Ben Simmons does, it doesn't show up on paper, it doesn't show up on a box score. I feel the same way about Spencer Dinwiddie. Now, I was unaware this type of value that Spencer Dinwiddie gave, because when I started covering the team in the bubble, I don't think Spencer was in the bubble. And then when we came back from the bubble, Spencer only played 3 games before he tore his ACL. I think it was the Golden State game, I think it was the second game of the season. So I never really got a chance to see what Spencer Dinwiddie did. But if this is what he's been doing, honestly, I think y'all should be making a bigger deal about how much he's contributing. Yes, there are times where he will take some of the stupidest shots I've ever seen in my life. But as far as running the team, is this new? Did he learn this in Dallas? Or has he been doing that? Let me ask y'all, leave that down below. Has Spencer been on this type of time all the time? Or is this new? Because Spencer is doing exactly what we need. Just run the team and hit a shot occasionally. I think that alone is going to make the biggest difference in the postseason. Because now we've got direction. We've got a real leader. And maybe for casual fans, the person who scores the most points and is the star of the team is the leader. But if you're really watching, the leader's the person who holds it together. You look at Golden State, if they don't have Draymond Green out there, the team is in shambles because that's the leader of the team. It's not Steph. It's not Clay. It's Draymond. I think Spencer Dinwiddie is the glue that holds this new iteration of the Nets together. I can't speak to what he was doing before because I wasn't here for that. Y'all will have to educate me down below. but I really think Spencer Dinwiddie is that missing key. And to reference last summer's videos, I think he's the X factor. I think Spencer Dinwiddie is a lot more important to the team than I think a lot of people let on. And I have to say, a couple weeks later, dare I say a month later, Sean Marks, you did a good job. You did a good job. He got us Mikal. He got us Cam Johnson. He got us Finney Smith. He got us Spencer Dinwiddie. For Kyrie and Kevin Durant, I mean, that's pretty good. Not to mention, if we crash and burn, we've got 1,000,000 picks. We're like OKC with the picks right now. We're in a pretty good position. But not going too far into the future, I think this postseason is going to be interesting. And I think people need to take us well, actually, they don't need to take us seriously. We have no problem being a surprise. But I think we're going to give someone a lot of trouble. Do I think we'll get very far? The realistic side of me says no, we're going to lose in the first round. But I wouldn't be surprised if we shock someone. I check the standings every video just to see if something has changed. I know all the teams above us have clinched a playoff seed, but I always check to see the positioning, just to see who it is. I believe it's still the Sixers. Yeah, it's not moving. It's not moving. It's still the Sixers. So us and the Sixers. Spencer Dinwiddie versus Harden. Like, on paper, you say Harden, but with context, maybe Spencer. Because let's see, he was on the Mavs last year, right? So he was with Jalen Brunson and them and Luka when they made it to the conference finals. So Spencer's got more recent experience with postseason success over Harden. I'll take Spencer Dinwiddie. Tyrese Maxey, Mikal Bridges. I'm taking Mikal Bridges. Tobias Harris, Cam Johnson. I'm taking Cam Johnson. Finney Smith, whoever it is they have at power forward, I'm taking Finney Smith. Claxton Embiid. I'm going with Claxton, okay? Look, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? I understand Joel Embiid is probably going to win the MVP. But Claxton is that guy, man. I mean, what more does he have to do? And we got Royce O'Neal coming off the bench. Sumner, Cam Thomas, Royce O'Neal. Did I already say Royce? I don't know. Royce O'Neal, Watanabe, Joe Harris, Seth Curry. I think our bench is deeper. Who they got? Montrezl Harrell? Like, you feel me? Day'Ron Sharpe can take care of Montrezl Harrell. I'm starting to believe. And it's against my better judgment. Because I know better than to have faith in this team. But I'm starting to believe again, y'all. And I think the X factor is Spencer Dinwiddie. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'll see y'all later tonight to talk about our game against the Timberwolves, which we hopefully win. We'll say hi to Michael Grady and everything, but I'll see y'all tonight for that. Let me know your thoughts. Am I delusional here, or how do y'all feel? Let me know. This is Nets Republic. I'm Sever the Bond. And every night, I get on my knees and pray to Roman Reigns and thank him for another day of life.